Hey everybody, time once again for Cheap Comic Collector. That's me. It's episode number 365. It's June 14th. Hope everybody's having a good time, having a good start to the summer, and just hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to do some more whatnot looking, and I think I'm going to mix it up a little bit today. Instead of grabbing another box of flat rate. These books came from Whatnot, but I just got these in today, the day that I'm filming all these episodes, and it's a box of what do they call it? Fire. And I feel like after a few of those lame boxes, kind of lamer boxes, I wanted to have some cool stuff in the claim sale. So we're gonna take a look at this new box that just came in today and show you what I got. Uh, And but before we do that, we are going to take a look at the What Am I Reading episodes of the rest of the books that I got from Mike in the box that he sent me, the AOK. That was much more than AOK, just fantastic stuff. And we're just going to take a quick look at the rest of these. I haven't actually read these yet. I was going to read the Rob Roy, but every time I take it out of the bag, it starts falling apart. Some more uh, parts come off of the cover here and there, so I want to get this laminated before I do anything else with it. Um, but these are all four colors, Dell Four Colors series. So this is number 544, and it's just a movie adaptation of the old Rob Roy, the Highlander Rogue movie that Disney made that many people don't remember and haven't seen. It's not a movie that became, a big hit or anything for them, but it's based on a historical uh, Scottish figure, and it's a pretty good movie from what I remember. I have seen it, but it's been a while. And then we have three issues that adapted the uh, Disney nature movies. So we've got Four Color 625, Beaver Valley, uh, 758, Bear Country, and 700 Waterbirds. And we'll take a look at least Beaver Valley. The artwork in these, it's amazing artwork, but it adapts a nature film, so it's not really that interesting of a story. Oh, there's a nice picture of Walt Disney inside the cover of this one. Um, and so what the true life adventure movies for Disney, what they did was they took a bunch of nature footage. They had a husband and wife couple who would travel and get all this nature footage and like hours and hours and hours, and they would actually take all the footage and then edit it to form some sort of kind of coherent story. um and a lot of the like later Disney TV shows that were 60s and 70s um were kind of nature stories. You had stories about raccoons and things like that, and they kind of did the same thing, except they were written and then created, as a story. Whereas this, they basically took the footage and then created a story out of it. Um, so the art is, the art's fantastic. Look at this. You got a beaver, protecting uh, its turf from a lynx, and it's very cool artwork. The story is done like in a narration style, so it's not, it's not really a comic book that you get into. Um, it's kind of the life of a beaver, as it protects itself from other animals and so forth. So I'm probably not going to actually read them. I can page through them and enjoy the artwork. I especially enjoy the covers, um, because the covers here are just amazing. You know, uh, a wild piece of wildlife art, honestly. And but I'm a Disney collector, so I'm thrilled to get these. You don't actually see these very often, and um, on the back of this one, they actually have a activity where you're supposed to cut all these things out, and then you can create this. Put it on a blue piece of paper so it looks like there's a beaver dam and there's a frog and a beaver on a log, and they even have the lynx, over on the land that wants to eat them. So, uh, it's yeah, obviously, thank goodness whoever had this did not do that. Um, and obviously, if I wanted to do that, I would print this out on a piece of paper and then probably, glue it to like a piece of cardboard to make it a little sturdier and so forth. But I don't know. If I had more time, I'd be doing these things. Um, but anyway, the True Life Adventures. There's another one called White Wilderness that has some notoriety about it. And I told this story already a few weeks ago when I first got these on Aaron's channel. But there's a scene in White Wilderness where there's a bunch of lemmings jumping off a cliff, right? Because there's that old story that that's what they do. And the whole thing was basically faked. It came out years later in a documentary that the filmmakers, whoever they were, and I don't know that it was the husband and wife couple I was talking about earlier. Um, it could very easily have been someone else. I don't know the details. But basically, it came out that the whole thing was fake. That the movie showed like thousands and thousands of this migration of lemmings that all went, and when they reached water, they just jumped off the cliff into the water. And according to the documentary, um, they had maybe a couple hundred lemmings that they shot over and over and over again, forcing them to go where they wanted them to, and basically forcing them off of the cliff into the water, and then reusing them. And so they repeatedly forced them off the cliff into the water, and they didn't drown. They I don't think they were hurt. They were just, it's basically animal abuse. And back then, and there was another scene from that movie as well where there's like a polar bear cub that's sliding down a snow hill, and apparently that was actually filmed on a soundstage in Los Angeles or in Hollywood, something like that, and not at all in the Arctic. So probably what would happen is they had an idea of what they wanted to film or whatever, and if they couldn't get the actual footage, then they kind of created it for the story they wanted to tell. And unfortunately, that came out years later. So these nature movies now have some notoriety along with them. And to be honest, they weren't the best Disney movies ever. They were amazing because of the wildlife footage, for the time was incredible. But then of course, when it came out that some of it was just faked, basically, that's not good. So, so that interesting story about the Disney True Life Adventure series. But as a Disney collector, and especially a Disney comic book collector, I love these. I'm thrilled to have them. So, thank you once again, Mike, for all the comics you sent, and I know you said you're sending more, and I just I really appreciate it. I'm just blown away by what you've sent. So, thank you very much. And on to Whatnot, because it's Whatnot week. And like I said, we are, instead of doing what we normally do, we are going to be going through some other books. But I did get them off Whatnot, so it's still Whatnot week. This is the last day of Whatnot week, although there's plenty more of Whatnot coming up. Tomorrow is the claim sale, so all the books you've seen this week, I believe all the books you've seen this week, including today's, will be in the sale tomorrow. And let me check and make sure I'm right on the camera angle here. So we have Amazing Spider-Man number 21. Oh, I got these from, I don't know the name of the seller. Let me look up real quick who I got these from. I definitely want to make sure I credit the people responsible for all this goodness. And Razor Comics is actually the one who clued me into this particular seller on Whatnot. So shout out to him. Check out his channel. He does excellent videos on the books that he gets. He's so clear spoken. I'm all over the place. He's just very got a great voice for doing this. I really enjoy his videos and Swagdo's videos and Easy Comics Readers videos. They all have great voices. And Aaron's, of course, check out his channel. Everybody's got a channel, man. Quite enough Sayer QNS. I'm enjoying his videos a lot. Does it a little bit different, and it's just very relaxing and entertaining to watch those. So many great channels out there. I'm forgetting half of them. Oh, Higgy Pops are always a hoot. Comic Book Memories on Saturday mornings before the claim sale. Check them out. They just show awesome books. Speaking of Fireman, they're just, I'm blown away by what they have. And sorry, I'm trying to talk while I'm doing this, and then I'm trying to think of what I'm saying, so I'm not doing it. I gotta go to Whatnot and go to my list of purchases so I can track this guy down. It's not always easy to see the channel you're looking for. If you're looking for a particular channel on here, you have to, if they're not, if they don't have any shows scheduled, sometimes it's hard to find their channel, especially if you don't know what name you're looking for, like I'm doing right now. Here we go. This is the seller. Let me look at the receipt, see if, hopefully then, a lot of times the name on the receipt is not the name of the channel. Angel Hunter 78 is the name of the person. Razor's calling it a honeypot because he's got like variant covers and everything. You can get them really cheap, and just amazing stuff. You'll see here what I'm going to show. But Angel Hunter 78 is the seller on Whatnot. If you're looking for some more modern stuff, this is a good guy to get them from. I bought 55 comics for $67.89 with the shipping. They came to $1.24 a piece. So paid up a little bit for these, but not any more than I would have from, eBay or if I was getting them from Dr. Skull or whoever. I mean, when I, anything that's a buck, by the time you add shipping, it comes out to about $1.30. So still a really good price on these for what they are. A lot of Amazing Spider-Mans in here and a lot of other stuff. So you're going to like. Amazing Spider-Man 21 Legacy 915. Number 90 Legacy 891. That can't be right. Yeah. They rebooted the numbering at some point already. So anyway, yep. So some Amazing Spider-Man right off the bat. We got number 42 Legacy 936. All New Ultimates number 7. This must have been part of a bundle because that's not one I would have ordered. Or it may have been one. It may have been one I won. I think I won one of the giveaways on this channel, so I may have won that one. Or it may have been part of part of one of these Spider-Man bundles since it's in with the Spider-Mans. Here's Edge of Spider-Verse number 3. Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 1 variant cover. Is that Aunt May as Spider-Man? Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality number 1 variant cover. And this looks like it's either a wraparound or a connecting cover, just because I can see this hand here that has no business being there. So, not, oh, there's some wear on that. Hidden damage. Oh, no, it's not. Is it? I can't tell if that's damage or the stupid artwork. Because see how it's torn, like I got this torn look down here? I think it's... I can't tell. God damn it. It could be either one. I can't tell. I don't know. Seems like there would be more to it if that was actual artwork. So I'm going to say that's damage. But maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I think this is a connecting cover because of how these guys are off panel somewhat. But anyway, Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality number 1 variant cover with possible damage on the back. And we got this. This is... sorry, I'm looking for my razor so I can take that price tag off, but I've misplaced it at the moment. There it is. That one does not want to give up, but I got it. Chamber of Terror from Advent Comics. So, I know a lot of you guys are into the horror books. So I grabbed this one. Oh, nice. They reprinted the cover on the back as a virgin with no trademarks or anything on it. Very cool. It's in color. I was kind of expecting black and white. All right. Advent Comics, not familiar. Looks like they have a number of books, which I may have come across a random copy here and there. Not sure. So, don't know if this is like a one-shot or a ongoing. There's some black and white with color highlights on the second story. All right, there is no numbering. There is no pretty much anything. I don't even see a date. Or a price. What the heck is this? It's got a barcode. All right, gonna try and look this one up real quick. Sorry guys, I just never, I don't know that I've ever come across one with no information in it before. Chamber of Terror. Oh, nothing comes up for Chamber of Terror. Let me try finding the publisher of Advent Comics and see if they're even in there. Advent Comics. Recent publisher, mostly 2022. There is a 2017 in there, but most of it's 2021 until present. But there is no listing for Chamber of Terror in there, in Grand Comics database. So it must be like brand new, I would imagine, then, if it's not even listed in there yet. Usually they're listed before they're even out because they go by the previews listings and stuff to create a listing for the comic before it comes out. Let me Chamber of Terror comic books in my comic shop says it's 2021, so it is a couple of years old. Never mind. Creepy Halloween special. 2 chillingly frightening tales are told within the dark corners of the Advent universe. Says it's a #1, but there's nowhere in this issue where it says anything about there being an issue number or a year or anything. So it is what it is, but it's pretty cool. Sorry to take up so much time on that, but I didn't know what it was after I opened it. And here's Creepy from Dark Horse. This is number 21. The finest in illustrated horror. And these are all basically, uncirculated condition for the most part. So anthology, basically, using the creepy logo and stuff from Creepy magazine back in the day. And you got some Peter Baggy in here and some other stuff, black and white. I do feel that the black and white artwork, I like black and white artwork on newsprint. When they do it on slick paper like this, I feel like it loses something. You wouldn't think the type of paper would make such a difference, but in my mind, it just doesn't look the same. I mean, it should look better because it's on slick paper, but I feel like it doesn't. I feel like it loses its appeal somewhat when it's in black and white. Color's fine, but when they try to do the black and white, it's not the same to me. Batman, the White Knight presents Generation Joker, book 2 of the DC Black Label. Never heard of Generation Joker. I don't know. Obviously, I guess it's like maybe a brother and sister of the Joker, or brother and sister who are the son and daughter of the Joker is what I wanted to say. Here's Amazing Spider-Man 86, Legacy 887. He's being swarmed by spiders for some reason. Here's another Amazing Spider-Man number 592. Number 43, Legacy 937, Gang War. Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1 variant. Batman White Knight presents Generation Joker number 5. So I'm going to put those together. And here is number 6. And Justice Society of America number 1 from 99. Thought that was worth picking up for the price. And Annual number 1, the Alex Ross cover, another for the price. I would pick it up, definitely. Here we have Amazing Fantasy number 5, variant cover, to where it looks like they're coming out of an old like gaming box or something. And all this is, yeah, it's made to look like an old beat up box. It's not, it doesn't have the wear and stuff that it looks like it does. Symbiote Spider-Man number 1, Gwen Stacy variant, very cool. Been seeing this one around for a while and hoping I could snag one of those one day because it just looks really nice. Shaman's Tears number 1 from Mike Grell. You got the red, shiny red logo and everything. And of course, we're Mike Grell fans around here, or at least some of us are. And so this was kind of a 90s image thing that was done by Mike Grell. So you can see that influence on his work in here, but it's still Mike Grell. It's amazing. And it's, you know, basically a perfect uncirculated copy. So, which is what all of these pretty much are. Amazing Spider-Man 26, Legacy 920, nice black cover. Second printing on that one. Inferno number 4, variant cover. Obviously one of those negative color variants or whatever the heck they calling them. But again, basically just this one does have some wear on the spine, I would say, so maybe not quite an uncirculated copy. That definitely seems to have some wear on there that I wouldn't have expected on these. And then you got some, these are fun, the Disney variant, the Disney 100 Years variant, where you got Mickey Mouse as Iron Man. What if Mickey was the invincible Iron Man? At least he used blue tape. That's good. But if I remember right, these are all Amazing Spider-Man issues. So yeah, this is Amazing Spider-Man 27 with the Disney variant cover. And unfortunately, all of these are on issues of Amazing Spider-Man, which I think is silly. If they're going to do an Iron Man cover variant, they should have it on an issue of Iron Man. But for some reason, because, you know, Amazing Spider-Man is their top seller, I suppose, they wanted to put them all on issues of Amazing Spider-Man. So we have the ones of the New Avengers. You got Mickey as Captain America, Donald Duck as Spider-Man, Minnie as Wolverine, and Goofy as Iron Man, and Daisy as Spider-Woman, I think. And again, this would be an issue of Amazing Spider-Man. So this is going to be number 25. And these are pretty highly sought after. Let me actually, these will be in the sale. I'm saying it now. But I want to look on eBay actually and see what these are. The Iron Man one's not so spectacular, but this New Avengers one is pretty cool. And I want to see what they're actually going for on eBay. 100 years Disney covers Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know how to search for this. Oh, maybe they're not as highly sought after as I thought. There's a lot of 7 of them, different ones for $20. That's not too bad. That's only a little more than $2 a copy. There's a Spider-Man one for $5. So probably around 5 an issue then. Oh, and they have variants of the variants because they have black and white versions. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Things are nuts, but I bet the black and white ones look pretty cool. But so yeah, these are probably, you can probably pick one of these up for about $5, but it's cool. I like it. Some more Amazing Spider-Man. You got number 44, Legacy 938. Some more Gang War in that one. Number 38, number Legacy 932. Gang War is coming. And here's a Spawn, number 11. And yeah, I see a spine tick on there. One little spine tick. And I got some Simpsons comics. I think I got like all 3 of these issues for like $1, something like that. Or maybe it was 3 issues for $3. That's probably more likely. But anyway, I got Simpsons number 99, number 54, and number 13 of Bart Simpson. Or Simpsons Comics Presents, I guess. Number 13. So anyway, I grabbed those. I thought somebody might be interested in those. Thought it would be a good test since they're such nice copies to see if anybody's interested in Simpsons comics. Miss Marvel, number 29. I just thought it was an interesting cover. And this one was cool. This is Batman Santa Claus Silent Night that came out, I think, just this past Christmas. This is number 1 with the Zatanna variant cover with Zatanna sitting on Santa's lap. So, just very cool cover. Mary Jane and Black Cat number 5 variant cover where they're sort of sharing this trading card. Very cool. And some more Amazing Spider-Man number 83, Legacy 884. And grab this one just because it was a number 1. Usagi Yojimbo, Dragon Bellow Conspiracy, number 1 from IDW. And a lot of these were $1 an issue. Some of them were a little bit more. But for the most part, they were $1, and then I had to pay shipping. So, I think there was 1 or 2 where I paid a little bit more for. I don't remember. But here we have Catwoman's 80th anniversary 100-page super spectacular. Nice Jim Lee cover. And I think that's a variant cover. Nice square bound. Very cool. Amazing Spider-Man 1 Legacy 895 variant cover. Daredevil number 33 Legacy 645 variant cover. Very cool. I basically bought that one just because the cover was so awesome on it. Yeah, and it was a variant cover, but even if it hadn't been a variant cover, I would have been like, oh, that's cool. Secret Wars number 1 variant cover. Little DC, Swamp Thing Annual number 2 from the New 52. And can't read the name of the store on there. Got smudged up a little bit. Moon Knight number 22. Hesitated on that one, but ended up grabbing it because nobody else was getting it. Wonder Woman number 755, variant cover, nicely done. Amazing Spider-Man 69, Legacy 870. Amazing Spider-Man 72, 873. This might be the most Spider-Man I've bought in the year that I've been doing this. Because usually they go higher, you know. Especially newer ones like this with variant covers and stuff. Amazing Spider-Man 66, Legacy 867. But I think there was only like 10 people in the room when I was getting these in the Whatnot room. And maybe only two other people were actually bidding on stuff. So I just lucked out in the timing, I guess. Amazing Spider-Man Legacy 865 is number 64. Looks like GOG is back. Amazing Spider-Man 79, Legacy 880. Number 59, Legacy 860. Number 67. And this one is number 93, Spider versus Spider. Double size finale. Legacy 894. And a couple Star Wars books. If I'd gotten a closer look at these, I might not have bought them because they're in a particularly artist style and don't necessarily look that much like Star Wars. But I do try to grab Star Wars when I come across it. So Star Wars Visions number 1 variant cover, the Ronin and the Droid. And here is another variant cover of the same issue. I believe that one's by Stan Sakai, the same guy that does Usagi Yojimbo. Who, well, we actually have that cover of his in here somewhere, right? So there it is. So I believe that's the same artist doing this variant cover. I think. Don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure. Then we have Gwenom versus Carnage, number 3. So, I'm always looking for Venom and Carnage and Gwen Stacy books. Very rarely get them because I know there's a couple of you guys that are interested in them and want them. I usually don't. I'm usually unable to get them for a decent price, but lucked out on this one. And then I have Captain America number 1, which is Legacy number 705. Not really familiar with the current Captain America series or whichever one this is, but I really liked that cover. I thought that was a great cover, so went ahead and grabbed that. This seems awfully heavy. Must be an extra thick issue. Let's take a look. Well, it's got slick paper, so that's one of the reasons. But yeah, it seems to be some extra thickness to it. Oh, and it's got one of those insert things, fold out things too here. So look at the Scotty Young covers for Fantastic Four number 1. All right. And there you have it. That's the end of those that I got in recently, thanks to the Angel Seller, and thanks to, once again, to Razor Comics for cluing me into this seller, because these are amazing books for the price I paid, $1.24. I mean, as always, I wish I could have got them a little bit cheaper, but these are amazing books. So very cool stuff. So once again, thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow's the claim sale, so if you saw anything you want, show up. Starts around 12:30 on this same channel. And the time varies because we are watching Comic Book Memories, and a lot of my customers are watching Comic Book Memories, a lot of my viewers. And we have fun over there, so we wait for them to finish before we start. And but hopefully it'll be a little bit of a shorter show this week, because I know we've been doing the really long shows with the finishing up the comic stand boxes. So this week is just whatnot boxes. I think they'll come out. I think we'll come out a little shorter on time this time around. So hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I'll see you soon.